Public Interest and Accountability Committee launches their annual report on the management and use of petroleum revenue in Ghana.
Chairman to Petroleum Revenue Management. In fact, this is the highlight, but the main report is made up of 13 chapters. This one is just about 2 or 3 chapters, only one chapter. Institutions. In particular, analysis and reconciliation of data collected from relevant stakeholders. Stakeholders and stakeholders. The report also uses a variety of visual graphs to communicate the findings and outcomes of the data analyzed. So the key insights, first of all, we start with the crude oil production. That is for 2022 only. 3 fields, the Jubilee, Tend, and then Sankofa Jinyame, SGN. So the year under review, that is 2022, in terms of quantities, Jubilee produced 30,523,812, and then 10 produced 8,612,822 barrels, and Sankofa Jinyame produced 12,600,000, produced 55,050,381. It means there has been an increase. The chart, you could see Jubilee is occupying almost 2/3, that is 59%, and Sankofa Jinyame 24%, and then 17%. From 2010 to 2022, if you add them together from the time we started the exploration, we have got 560,194,571. And we started from 2010, and as you may be aware, 2010 was just an experiment. So up, that's the highest one, which is in 2019. And the lowest, of course, 2011, the time we start production. We are still using the 3 fields. This one is million standard cubic feet, where we have 253,555 million, 68,481.76, and Sankofa Jinyame 51%. Start with the gas, we started from 2014 and then up to 2022. You have the Jubilee, but the gas is made up of 1,239,298.70. You have total gas produced, and then you have export, injection, fuel, and then the flood. This is how it was. We started from 2010. And 2010, as I said earlier on, it was on an experimental stage. So they didn't sell or got any revenue from it, but they added it to 2011, and that's where they started selling, and then revenue also started coming in. $8.7 billion US. The bar chart. Now, the distribution, the money we have got, it's not all the time any money that we put under Petroleum Holding Fund that we distribute.
We were producing more, you would get more revenue coming in. And you know one thing about the oil revenue, it comes in like a tsunami. It's not like any other revenue. When it comes, it pours, which then helps us to use the revenue for development in our country. And I think it's a bit shameful that we haven't been able to produce more oil, and what we have now is even dipping. For the last 6 years, we haven't done any new exploration, and that doesn't help. I feel, and I will continuously say, Piac should test JOHL in court. It's not a question of sitting around the table and talk. We have to be able to test the law if agencies are not sticking with the law. And yes, Shell are using oil proceeds to get into the energy transition. We should also be able to use oil proceeds to do the same. And I'll tell you something, ExxonMobil today, a huge company, are using their oil to convert into car panels for the electric car industry, because they've realized that the panels for the cars today are too heavy for electric cars. We have oil, we have lithium, we have gas, and with these three commodities, Ghana can become a hub for electric cars in the world.
That action needs to be taken, and at the moment, while we are waiting for some action to be taken, we are still making it known to the government, especially DMPC, that they should also look at their expenditure level and make sure the expenditure is controlled. That's control of expenditure or reduction in expenditure. Because at the moment, we cannot continue. The increase in the petroleum revenue is not there, it's declining. So the little we get, we have to make sure we control the expenditure so that any little money we get, we can put in a very good use. So we have drawn the government attention over it. And then William, the second one was talking about the GOHL, which also, one thing is that you have a limit. You are restricted to a certain extent because Piac reports to Parliament and then indirectly to executive. We don't have any power above it, and we cannot take any action outside Parliament direction. So I always draw the attention of Parliament for them to take any action to address all the issues we have come out. GOHL, we brought it out last time, and we are bringing it again. Once we cannot take action, we are not saying they are doing wrong thing. No, the wrong thing they are doing is that petroleum management is backed by an act, and an act is there are certain regulations or rules and procedures which are in the act, which we have to follow. So if you go outside it, that's where you will draw your attention, and that's exactly what we are doing. We have drawn the semi-annual report, we've drawn the government attention through Parliament, and we are repeating it again, and we continue to repeat, and repeat until action is taken. Decline, based on the decline of the alternative is what our former boss explained. If you are able to reduce the expenditure, the little that will come, you should be able to manage it efficiently.
And so, revenue from 2017, but in 2018, a buffer. It took one in the whereby benefit what's the price no cost can't buy from you. But here now all the time, sky is double. But the question is, it's hard to be a bit of a I'm saying, I'm going to play a teacher. Now, you should go for the yeah, the class, I still be a bit of a link for now, especially I'm not here. Any some place of petroleum in one of the young men in India. You get baby, I think, if I saw them back home. Now, but it may be this unemployment, it may be summer. India benefits are everything. They say, Ghana airport switches here and near free, and near my airport for me. I don't know, they come out of this. Prof, so far, the cry can Yana with me. It take your decision, you become a parliament, and the following year, who's I in India? Who's here repeat here, not as a government or young fan? Because there a problem, and they can say, they can last time, and yes, I can treatment idea about and I already common assembly a common fund no scarce the call no and franco and you have also first cry in the bill the kind of buy bomb with the cranko in a fish 2022 so 2 minimum it do level what the common this is a common fund the records and once I buy no fan but fully no dear the records local about national the SOA and why.
Munja report.
Yeah, report to Parliament. And I'm also going to report to for Parliament. The Debbie Diama Parliament. Now, Parliament is not taking decision. Now, I should say, to tell you. And so, do baby, I feel baby, not happen now. So, the answer, the records are Parliament. One day, be there. But fact. Report.
Yeah, found more year to the Kudum should be a high say a yes. But information I want to say, Jubilee, you took more than half. And at the exam where some of Virginia may any 10 years, you to be a fine, but you took what I'm saying. My friend said, some of Virginia may to wear 25% and 10. Year 2 by 1/3. And you know, the trend say new discoveries. The so new ongoing appraisal projects and appraisal on streamer. If we do so be a Jessica in free pango too. Now, a Kubanisa, the can the free SHS. It's also share free SHS now. About 30% of the budget is free pango seeking. It's a good pension as a pango seeker and Mape nature say for land school. It's a saying in Petroleum, the essay and say, if you say, I prefer other means of complementing the current financing streams for free SHS. And my young could do work, Pempensu as Cano, if we end Macron as I started arguing. Yeah, it doesn't mean yes, definitely now. Yeah, if you can't and I'm going to work out for the past almost 6-7 years. The any new investment. In fact, Exxon Mobil buy it, buy it 2017. 2018, but almost some people in Kakana. And you know, because the investment, I will find to and so I say, you found one year to know. See, I'm building enough capacity, especially in the National Oil Company, ADNPs. Say, we move to me to my eye, we didn't pay so found a very stranded asset. Get me young, get nothing free. Now, if you are so acting away from yeah, the new race, be by a friend of renewable energy. I just said, we are a in Yankania, free in Ria. From other clean sources of power.
And I always say, as my position as chair for this event, and with members surrounding me, now launch the 2022 Piac annual report.
Thank you for watching Nation One TV. Kindly subscribe for more news updates.